Hey fellas. This is your friendly neighborhood tiefling cashing in on some of that early hype for the algorithm gods. So I wanted to make a quick video because I think this is kind of huge. The leaks and the official release for the Lego Viking Village dropped today, and I have to say it's absolutely beautiful. This video is a sort of update and plan of action regarding interesting pieces for those who are interested. It's my recommendation on pieces, so to speak. Lego managed to capture the aesthetic incredibly well, and I'm super excited for this release. I thought we could give a quick analysis to the build based on what we know, as well as to give you one or two facts about Vikings while I'm at it. Additionally, there's a lot of very good parts I believe you should look out for. Let's start with minifigures. The set comes with 4 of them: a blacksmith woman, what I can only assume is a jarl, an archer, and a guard woman of sort. Jarl is a word that meant chieftain in Old Danish, and it's what I assume the man with a beard is, considering that we see him sitting on a throne. Fun fact, the word earl in English derives from the word jarl, and it's thought to have been brought by the Viking invaders that stayed in England. Anyway, back to Lego. Aside from the prints being stunning, I believe that the printed legs have a lot of potential. The tan legs from the jarl would fit marvelously in a lot of militia-styled figs, for example. I think that the dark blue legs particularly could look very good on some crown knights from the fantasy era, especially if you use them under a breastplate to simulate the plate skirt underneath the breastplate of some armors. The archer and the blacksmith have new torso prints, while the jarl and the guard don't, which means that these reprints will likely stay in the pick-a-brick after the 3-in-1 Viking ship gets retired. This does mean that if you want to get yourself these torsos, which you should, they're great for army building, you might consider stocking up on these dark tan torsos first, since they are not in this set, so they will likely leave pick-a-brick at the end of the year. It's nice to see Lego using the fantasy Viking helmets, even though in reality these weren't used by Vikings, at least not the ones that raided England. The fantasy Viking horn helmet that we see could have a lot of origins. They could be based on the Viks helmets found in Denmark from the Bronze Age. They could also be based on the Gallic helmets, like the Waterloo helmet, also from the Bronze Age. Both of these helmets were more ceremonial than battle-ready helmets. Back to Lego. It's worth noting that the Viking helmets here are making their debut on Pearl Dark Grey for the first time. So as of this video, the helmet is exclusive to this set in this color. On the topic of helmets, however, I do like how they included the more traditional Viking helmet, the mold that we got from Series 20, again in Pearl Dark Grey, which also means it's likely to stay on pick-a-brick. Another exclusive piece are those beautiful printed shields, which by the promotional images we seem to be getting 2 in dark red and light blue and 1 in yellow and green, though in a leaked image we appear to be getting 2 of each. Another good news is that the old Lord of the Rings longsword comes back in flat silver, which means we will continue to have it. Personally, I like using that sword more than the newer, more detailed one. Finally, I'll give you some of my thoughts on the build. Firstly, it has a lot of detail that I love. I especially love the golden glizzy used as the ornament decoration for the roof. There's also an ingenious use of a minifig shoulder piece and the roof decorations as we see here. The bridge is genuinely inspired, and a good build using the rope pieces. I think that for the price point of €130, the parts that this set brings are absolutely one of the best mock materials we've ever had, and at 2,100 pieces, it's an absolute steal. I think that Lego has really outdone themselves with this build, and I can't wait until it's finally released. I can only hope that some of the unique pieces show up in pick-a-brick, and if they do, 2024 will be definitely a great year for Castle. But that's all I had for you in this video. This isn't the actual week's video, consider it more of a bonus. Without further ado, this has been Gyojo, and I'll see you next time.